What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? It's your boy Chris Style with my guy Clarence. You're watching another edition of ArrowHead Chief Podcast. Another episode. Chiefs versus the Rams this week. Thanksgiving week. Hope you guys are ready for the holidays. Stuff your faces. Let's talk Chiefs.
Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. We in hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you miss the play, come back for reviews. Chris Style, out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, Chiefs Keenan? You're tuned in to another episode of Arrowhead Chief Podcast, where we have another week of great football. Rams versus Chiefs. Thanksgiving week. Hope you guys are ready for the holidays. See your families and stuff. We're going to have all kinds of football on Thanksgiving. Before we get into the game, what's up, Clarence?
What's up with you, dog? You know, it's another day. You know, daddy duty don't stop, don't quit. You know, feeling that heat from what's about to come right around the corner, because you know after Thanksgiving, everybody on sale with something. Everybody selling something. You did. So the heat is about to get turned up, bro.
One game at a time, baby. One game at a time. We can't look fast. Can't look past.
No, I'm talking about these damn Christmas lists from these kids and shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, that too. Yeah.
I know you've been removed from that part of.
Oh no, because my kids are coming out here for Christmas this year.
So that's what's up.
I
hope they break your pockets, dog.
No, they are. They are.
I hope you stand out there looking like Ash and Larry, bro.
They sending me the list already.
Yeah.
They sent me
the list break his pockets. He been turning up too hard out there in Vegas by himself. Break his pockets.
I mean, my oldest, he got a job. He can get his own Christmas present.
Nah, you still pops, bro. Don't get it twisted.
My oldest, he grown. He can get his own.
Don't matter. You still pops, dog. You still pops, bro.
No, he gonna probably want some video game or something. My kids. See, the good thing about my kids are simple. They don't be caring about all the clothes and all that, the shoes and all that stuff. They be wanting some, like, because they into, my kids are into like anime and stuff like that. So they be wanting anime stuff.
Yeah, no.
They like to draw, so they want new, pens. And, my kids are simple.
Yeah, that's how my kids are, but. These damn prices still going up, though. You know what I'm saying? These prices still through the roof, bro. Yeah, man. And the whole like rabbits just to make ends meet.
Yeah, these kids are expensive. Kids are expensive, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, Clarence, man. Before we get into the episode, you know how we do this, man. We gotta give a shout out to Every Morning Quarterback, our sponsor. If you look down at the bottom, you can see the website, emqpodcast.com/locker-room. You go to that website and you'll see the locker room access of all the podcasts that are represented under Every Morning Quarterback. You'll see the Patriots one, Jets one, 49ers, Chargers, and you'll see our podcast, Arrowhead Chief Podcast. You click on our tab, you can get all our episodes from the past. You can get our and the most recent ones too. So go ahead and check them out. And they got their own podcast too. Check them out. They come on, subscribe to their channel. They talk about everything league wide, and they have a channel where they do betting tips too for the week. So shout out to Anthony, Brandon, Connor, and Zach doing their thing at Every Morning Quarterback. All right, Clarence. He's probably busy right now.
Go ahead, bro.
So, Clarence, we're going to get into some things league-wide before we get into the game. So, I just wanted to get your opinion on this whole Zach Wilson situation. And before I get your opinion, this is what happened. The game went on. They lost to the Patriots. What was it, 10-3?
Yep, 10-3.
They lost on a punt return. Marcus Jones ran it back for a punt return, but Zach Wilson, I think he only threw for like 22 yards in the second half or something like that.
Yeah,
But
it was terrible though.
It was bad. He wasn't good. The defense did their job, but he couldn't do nothing with the ball. Well, at the press conference, this is what this is what he said.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Thank you. As an offense, though, I mean.
I'm gonna play it one more time.
As an offense, though, I mean, when you guys are only able to score 3 points, the defense only lets up 3 points. I mean, do you feel like you let the defense down at all?
No.
Thank you.
Now, if you were sitting in your locker room and you Sauce Gardner, a Reader, Quentin Willis,
Garrett Wilson, who was hot after the game.
Even Garrett, even on the offense, but I'm just talking about the D because the specific question was, did you think you let the defense down? If you're in CJ Mosley, who's the leader in the heart and soul today, you're sitting in the locker room and you see, and now look, I think Zach Wilson, because one thing you got to learn is, that New York media, they real.
Yeah, they are.
What's up, Mark? Yeah, I know, man. That New York media is real, and they don't play. You will not win against that New York media. Now, Kansas City, you might be able to go toe to toe with the Kansas City media or whatever, but even then, there's some sharks out here too, out there too. But in that New York media, all of them are sharks.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna win. So you can tell it was sarcasm in his voice because he knows he let the team down. But you don't let that sarcasm, you don't let that type of stuff get to you when you are the quarterback for any New York team, Giants or Jets. You have to be even keeled and not let that media get to you. When they ask that question, you're supposed to say, yeah, I let my team down. I got to play better. Even if there was drop passes, even if, there was, the what's your name wasn't doing good, you got to, as the quarterback, you got to
own that, bro.
You have to own it. You got to take the onus because you know what the defense is going to say. Okay,
I know what they should do.
No problem, Zach. Man, we'll get them there. You got to play better. We play better next time, baby.
I know what they should do.
And
I know what they should do.
And the rumor is that the team wasn't very happy about it. And now,
really?
After the game, Robert Saleh was like, yeah, we're not making no quarterback changes. Now. There's word that they're saying they might change. It might be a quarterback change. So
they need to be.
Do you think they should bench him, or do you think they should stick with him?
Listen, listen. If I'm CJ Mosley, the cat that started in Baltimore, had a history of playing for a historic defense, got some of his game of how to be a pro from a Hall of Famer and Ray Lewis. T. Suggs was still there when he was there. And then you have a guy come out and say some things like that on the podium. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen when he get in that locker room. I'm gonna go up to him and say, man, what you say again out there on that podium when they was asking you? You know, Philip was gonna ask you that question out there. So what'd you say again? Oh, that's what you said. Well, and then back. He get them yap yaps in the locker room, bro. Give Dan he a quarterback. He gonna get them yap yaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? So they played New England 2 times already, and they've lost both of them. Yeah. They haven't beaten New England. For all the success that they've had up to this point, they still have not beaten New England.
And to be, I'm not sitting by no means am I pitching Zach Wilson any Bill, but Bill Belichick defense tend to do this to young quarterbacks.
They do. It does
because even it took a half for Patrick Mahomes to crack the code of a Bill Belichick.
But he's a quarterback, dog. You know what I'm saying? He gotta own up to that. You feel me? Like, don't come out there nonchalant and trying to, be sarcastic up there. Own that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your team beat a Buffalo Bills team. You know what I mean? Like, own up to your mistakes. Own up to the fact that you wasn't able to make the right throws. Because Garrett Wilson, sure enough, was hot about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you in this position and everybody has a winning record in the AFC East for the first time in a long damn time, like, come out and say, you know what? I tip my hat to the Patriots, but I'm going to be better next week. I'm sorry I left my defense on the field so damn long. I'm sorry. As soon as they get off the field, we put them right back on it. It was that kind of game, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, but I missed on a lot of throws. A lot of throws that I know I should have hit. There is no reason why on comebacks, the balls are at his wide receiver's feet on consistently throughout that game. You feel me? Like, be a man and own up to it, bro. How you supposed to say you that guy? You QB1, and last time I checked, QB1 in the NFL means that you are the cream of the crop at your position for that franchise. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's only 32 of them jobs. There's only 32, and he's one of that 32. And for him to get up there and act like that, man, listen. They back up a seedy blacked out van and throw his ass in the back and peel out. Tell you, dog.
Look. I hear you. This is what I would do, because this week they play the Chicago Bears,
and he might beat their ass.
And on the other side is the quarterback they probably should have took, in that same dragon, Justin Fields. I'd start him. And if he can't get up, because on the other side is the quarterback that probably should have been picked over you. If you can't step up to that challenge, I'm gonna play you for a quarter, and if the feeling and you still dirting balls and you ain't throwing the ball like you supposed to, you throwing it to the defender's hands and throwing picks and just off. The offense ain't looking good at all. I'm putting you on the short leash, and I'm gonna make sure Mike White and Flacco get first team reps this week too, just in case.
Because it's a simple thing. Like, you got a handful of teams this year that aren't trying to put a lot of pressure on that position. They are saying this thing runs itself. All you have to do is make sure that it doesn't malfunction. That's all we asking of you. We're not asking you to come out and be Patrick Mahomes. We're not asking you to come out and sling the ball like, I don't know, like Josh or Dak Prescott when he owned. You know what I'm saying? They not asking him to do that. They just asking him to manage the game. And you mean to tell me you can't manage that game with that team, with that defense, and your running game? Like, come on, bro. Simple ass passes that you throwing at the receiver's feet, dog. Like, come on, man. Go sit your dog ass down.
Because the defense is at least a playoff caliber deal. I wouldn't say championship. I'm not gonna say championship because they're young. They're still a young defense, but they're definitely a playoff caliber defense.
They can get off the field, dog. They can get 3 and out.
Like a great quarterback with that defense can win a Super Bowl.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
You have a Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, or Tom, one of the top level quarterbacks, you could win a Super Bowl with that with a Super Bowl. But with a solid quarterback, you could at least win a playoff game with that.
At least one.
You can win a playoff game.
Might be naive enough to sneak out a second one on the road. Because you don't know no better.
Yeah, you might sneak into the AFC Championship game with that defense. You definitely can do that. Because they got playmakers all over the field, man. They got playmakers all over that field. So
you got a DJ Reed that came in there, is balling. Didn't have this kind of success when he was in Seattle. Go to the Jets, he balling. Got Jordan Whitehead on the back end. He was a dog in Tampa, but he's shining even more. You know what I'm saying? To go with a young dude and Sauce Gardner, like, it's perfect, man.
Yeah, most definitely, man. They definitely got a championship or a nice playoff team if they just have solid quarterback play.
Absolutely,
So,
dog.
Solid quarterback play. Solid as a defensive guy, that defense better be good. You right about that. You definitely right about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, enough about that topic. Clarence, I want to know, we on the AFC side, so some people may not tend to pay attention to what's on the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
But who would you say is the best team in the
Oh,
NFC?
hell. You already know where I'm going with this one, Poncho.
Go ahead.
It's the 49ers, dog.
Okay.
It's the Niners, bro.
Tell me why. Tell me why you got the Niners.
I mean, the defense. So the defense has lost Mosley, the corner opposite of Ward, and they were able to sustain that injury because that's a huge blow for them because he is a top premier corner in the league.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to deal with that loss, get some rookies in there, and actually be able to still have that success in the secondary. You put that with that defensive front who hasn't taken a step back, hasn't regressed at all. The linebackers are still playing as well as they've always played. Then you bring in a Christian McCaffrey to go with an Elijah Mitchell. It's an easy choice. You saw what they did to the Cardinals, and it was the Cardinals, but they still got to go out there and play the game in Mexico with that elevation, and they still put up those points.
Mm-hmm.
Too many weapons to choose from. And Jimmy is playing his ass off. Like I always tell 49er fans when I argue with them, y'all sit here and y'all want Trey Lance who ain't proven shit. But when you bring a Jimmy G in there who, when he's healthy and the team around him is healthy, they win football games and they win on the road in the playoffs. They the best team, in my opinion, in the NFC. Dallas got to prove it to me. Dallas got to prove it. And I don't know if Philly can sustain the success that they had in the first half of the year. And the one consistent that has always been this way has been the 49ers. You know what you're about to deal with. You got the best left tackle in the game. Did you see that block he made last night where he slid to the right? He crashed down to the right and took two guys out to play.
Mm-hmm.
He has been consistently a dominant left tackle. Week in, week out, Trent's that dude over there. He that anchor on that left side of that line, dog. And now you got Elijah Mitchell, who's back, who's healthy. George Kittle is getting opportunities to catch the football again. It's just a lot. Brandon Ayuk is making plays. Yeah, for real, Mark. For real, dog. It's the 49ers for me, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you for what Mark said. When he said, no matter what the seed the 49ers are, they can win on the road, at home, and we're healthy. And I'm going to add to that because they're battle tested. They've been there before. They've done it before. They've been on the playoffs. They've been to NFC championship games. They've been to the Super Bowl and almost won it against our Chiefs, So I would say they're the most battle tested because Philly, don't get it twisted, Philly is very good.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the progression and the growth of Jalen Hurts from year 1 to year 2. He's made the progressions that he needs. He's throwing it from the pocket like he's supposed to. He's the clear leader on that team. They rally around him. And the additions that they made on offense with A.J. Brown, the additions they made on defense. Now they got Sue. They got, Limbaugh Joseph. They're going to get Jordan Davis back soon. You got Fletcher Cox over there. You got Reddick over there sacking the quarterback. So I would say they're close. They're number 2, and I'm with you on Dallas. I got to see it in the playoffs. I got to see it in the playoffs. They look good. They look good last year. They were winning last year. And what did they do in the playoffs? They lost.
Nothing.
So I got to see it in the playoffs. I got to see it.
Absolutely, dog. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But if you know what is gonna help was helping Jimmy G. Say what you want. The addition of Christian McCaffrey has been golden for them. He is helping them a lot.
Yeah.
I agree.
to be able to slide McCaffrey out wide and have him just consider, it's going to be a slant or a hitch route, and yet he still gets separation and make those catches. Like, that's incredible. You talking about that being a running back and he's doing that. I mean, it's just they are so solid at every position on that team. There's not a weak link on that squad. There isn't one. I mean, you could probably say maybe right guard, but that right guard is not getting exposed like that.
And
You could say
sometimes McGlinchey, he can get
McGlinchey ain't consistent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you talking about that wide receiver room. Juwan Jennings is I mean, he could go anywhere and be a number 2. You know, number 15, who's their third wide receiver, he could be a number 2 anywhere else.
Ayuk.
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk, definitely number 1 wide receiver 1 potential.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The backup tight ends, Tyler Croft, who's a vet in this league. You got Dwelly, who can make plays. I mean, we ain't even talked about Juszczyk. You know what I'm saying?
He's an H back pretty much.
Absolutely. I mean, it's
then
like Mark said,
Kittle. You know,
yes, dog. And that formula is simple, dog. Running the football and playing good defense, that's what gets you playoff wins. You know what I'm saying? You're not asking Jimmy to throw for 300 yards. You just need him to throw 180 to 225, and they're going to win.
Yep, I agree. They had him on the ropes. They showed it. Better quarterback would have won that game.
A younger Matt Ryan would have won that game.
True. Atlanta, yeah. MVP season, Matt Ryan.
Absolutely.
He would have got there. So, yeah, I agree. The 49ers, but the question with the 49ers is always, like Mark said, if Jimmy G could just cut down on the mistakes and health. That's always been a question. That's always been the major thing with the 49ers. They've always been talented. It's just health. The year they went to the Super Bowl, what happened? They got healthy at the right time.
Yep.
And they started rolling. That defensive line got healthy again. Offensive line got healthy. Offensive weapons got healthy. So that's always going to be the thing with the 49ers. Can they stay healthy? And if they can stay healthy, I like their chances to make it out of the NFC. Over Philly, over Dallas, over the Vikings, clearly over the Vikings. And over what's up that old written team Tampa Bay. Like,
They ain't scared of Tampa. They ain't scared of nobody in the NFC. They not.
I wouldn't be. If I'm the 49ers, fully healthy 49ers, I would be scared of nobody there because they're physical. They could beat you up. They could beat you in so many ways. They could beat you down the field. They could run it right down your throat. You got a cheat code in Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey where you could do Deebo in the backfield and split Christian McCaffrey outright. He could run every route on the route tree and then flip it and reverse it.
And that's what they did last night. They was doing that. You know what I'm saying? Single back, Deebo back there, McCaffrey split out wide right. You know what I'm saying? And that was a couple. They ran that play a couple times last night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a matchup nightmare. That's a matchup nightmare.
If I say a team, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like in the AFC, okay, yeah, if Buffalo's fully healthy, I think they are definitely an opponent that we would have to, worry about. Of course, the Tennessee Titans, they're always a matchup problem with us. But at the end of the day, in the playoffs, I'm gonna bet on the Chiefs. I think playoff Chiefs just take it to another level.
Yep, absolutely.
But if we talking about if we're going to the Super Bowl, the one team that I'm like, that's the 49ers. I'm scared of the 49ers. I'm not.
I think it's going to be a rematch.
Hey, Mark, I said it's going to be funny because Dallas is doing all this pandering. They doing all this pandering. You got the Twitter for Dallas saying it's on you. It's on you, Odell. It's your move. They got Dak Prescott saying he want him. All these people. It'd be funny. They did all this, and he goes somewhere else.
And he go to San Francisco.
He go to San Fran. He go to anywhere. Buffalo, Kansas City. I laugh. I would laugh
Right.
if they'd all this pandering. Come on, man, come down to us. And he say, "Nah, I'm gonna go over here."
Jerry mad. We tried. We made a good effort for Odell, but we just couldn't get on the same page at the same time. You understand me? But we're gonna be okay. Dak Prescott back there. We're gonna make some plays, and I believe we're gonna get to the Super Bowl.
We'll see. If the Dallas team that showed up on Sunday shows up in the playoffs, they have a good chance.
Yeah, absolutely,
we just don't know if that Dallas
we
team.
Just don't know. We just don't know. A lot of that plays on the offensive coordinator, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Does he continue with the ticket that got you there, or does he revert back to that? Well, we're gonna let Dak try to throw this ball and win the game. You know what I mean? Because it has to be the formula that got you there. Like, don't switch up and act brand new when it gets to the playoffs and try to get cute. Like, keep doing the same thing you've been doing. But you're right, Mark. They'll choke. They'll choke. Kellen Moore or whatever his name is, he'll call a bad game and they'll lose it. And Dak will end up throwing 35, 40 times. Yeah. It's not that wasn't even Dak when he was when he beat out Tony Romo. That wasn't Dak. You see what I mean? Like, how is it that now it's supposed to be Dak? When Dak first came in the league, he wasn't that guy. Because they was leaning heavy on Zeke. You dig what I'm saying? And then you would get the bombs and the one-on-ones with Dez and Witten at tight end back then. He still had Jason Witten and Dez when Dak first came in. You know what I'm saying? That was the year that they lost to Green Bay at home on that sideline catch that Aaron threw to Jared Cook. Jared Cook caught that pass on the sideline and tippy-toed that thing, and they ended up beating them. Yeah.
Right.
That 13-3 year. Yep.
Right.
It's Kellen Moore, dog. Kellen Moore.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to stick to what got you there.
He won't.
All right. We'll see. All right, Clarence. Now, power rankings really don't mean anything, but it's a good measuring stick for what the national media feels. Who are the best teams?
Who they put at number one? Okay, they got it right.
That's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. They got it right. Number one.
Yeah. That's all that matters. Now, 2, they got who you got?
They got Philly at 2.
You got Philly at 2. You got Dallas at 3, Buffalo at 4. I don't know about that one. And San Francisco.
They may need to switch that one.
I'd move San Francisco up to 4. And I don't know.
Dallas
Buffalo,
at 5.
I don't know about the 5. I don't know if Buffalo.
I say
maybe the Dolphins at 5. Maybe
I say Buffalo might have a problem, and we're gonna find out Thursday. Because I really think that they're gonna lose Thursday
to Detroit.
I think so. Detroit's won the last 3 games. They won their last 3. They're playing some good football. The defense is catching on.
Aiden Hitchens.
You talking about you talking about a Buffalo squad that had to go play there through a snowstorm, didn't get that preparation, had to fly to Detroit to play a home game, get back to Buffalo, and then got to turn right back around and go right back to Detroit. Like,
I think they stayed. I think they stayed in Detroit.
No, they went home.
Oh, they did? Oh.
Yeah, they went home.
That was stupid. Stay.
Yeah. So now they got this quick turnaround of going right back to Detroit. And I'm telling you, Detroit playing with house money this week. Detroit looking at it like, we ain't got shit to lose. You know what I'm saying? It's not game time for them yet. So they playing more loose and free. And that's why they winning football games.
Right.
Jared Goff, the guy that everybody wrote off, which I don't know why, but that's neither here nor there, is playing good football, bro. He's been a good football player. He's been a good quarterback. But That's neither here nor there. So I don't know. I would. I would keep Buffalo and take Dallas out.
You take Dallas out of the top 5?
Yeah, I would. I'd take them out.
I think they should be top 5. I think they should be top 5. Even though they lost to Green Bay, they never beat Green Bay.
So you taking Buffalo out then?
Yes, because I don't like the way they looked against Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Miami should penalize because they was on the bye week.
Right. I agree.
I think Miami should be number 5. I think it should be Kansas City, Philly. I'm cool with, you know what? I'd put San Francisco at 3. I'd put Dallas at 4, and I'd put Miami at 5. That's how I do it.
I can live with that.
That's how I do
like that.
Yeah, that's how I do it. Because San Francisco should be over Dallas to me.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about the vaunted AFC West that everybody thought was going to be so. Buffalo came out flat and couldn't stop Cooper. No, Cooper.
They could not.
Yeah, what's your name? He was giving whoever problems over on that side.
Yeah.
I love listening to you two talk about our Chiefs. Hey, appreciate it. No problem. Thank you, Paula. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
We appreciate you.
Subscribe, follow the page and everything. All that good stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the AFC, the vaunted AFC West.
Yeah, what about it?
This year was supposed to be the year that, the Kansas City Chiefs was supposed to be in last place. You had Bart Scott saying we weren't going to make the playoffs. You had James Jones, formerly of the Raiders, said we was going to be in last place. He didn't think we was better than he didn't think we were better than the Denver Broncos. He didn't think we were better than the Raiders. He didn't think we were better than everybody's darling LA Chargers. I think people were loving the Chargers more than Buffalo Bills.
Absolutely.
They wanted Justin Herbert to be the MVP this year.
Yep.
They was talking about him.
Yep.
Because they're the most talented team. And don't get it twisted. When healthy, they have talent. No doubt about it. They have talent. And they always play us close. So I'm not sitting up here trying to dog the LA Chargers because they always play us close. Heck, the game on Sunday night was close. It came down to a Pat Mahomes last minute drive, and he did what he did, him and Travis, chef's kiss. But my man Ken Swanson said this. The AFC West spent $1 billion to stop the Chiefs, and it's over for them before Thanksgiving. Before y'all eating turkey, y'all, the twice baked potatoes, the macaroni and cheese, all the pies, peach cobbler, sweet potato, pumpkin pie for my other people.
It's a wrap.
You said the stats, Chiefs, 99% of chance they can play on that chance with That's crazy. Like they buried us before the season. And this is why you don't judge anything in the offseason. If anything this league has taught you is that you can't judge nothing in the offseason.
I don't necessarily agree because when you saw the acquisitions that the Chiefs was getting, so I guess I somewhat agree then because nobody saw Pacheco doing what he was about to do. But as far as Patrick taking a huge dip and not being him, like
what I mean by that is like when teams load up. When teams load up on acquisitions and get players from other teams who did good, you have to be careful to not know because you don't know if this guy was a system guy or if he's really that good.
Yeah.
The J.C. Jackson acquisition. I was leery about that because a lot of corners who come from that system tend to don't do
because they're
good.
system dudes.
when they go off somewhere. Only person who's ever done that was Stephon Gilmore, and he was good before he went there.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah,
he was
good
that
dude in Buffalo.
When he was in Buffalo.
Yep.
He was already good. He was great in Buffalo.
Revis.
Yeah, Revis was already great.
Browner was already dope in Seattle before he got there.
Aqib Talib was already that dude.
Yep.
So
already.
The ones that they brought in from other franchises, yes. But the guys that they build up in that system, they're never good.
No.
Malcolm, what's his name? Brown, what's his name?
Malcolm Butler. You talking about Malcolm Butler? Yeah.
He wasn't the same when he went to the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
Yeah, he got Justin. Yeah, Justin Watson was torching his butt, looking bad. Now he on IR. But they went and got Khalil Mack. For they the Raiders went out, and Chandler Jones might be one of the worst. It might be the second worst signing under Russell Wilson.
He's stealing bread right now. He's stealing money.
Illegal bank robber. That's what
for real. But here's the thing, dog. So like all these teams went out and spent all this bread to get better to beat the Chiefs. Well, when the national media looked at it and they thought, well, this team got better and this team got better and this team got better. So what do you think? So what do you think Patrick Mahomes is doing when he sees this? What do you think Travis Kelce is doing when he sees this? What do you think the level of expectation was in the first team meeting that they had to start training camp?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they weren't going to come out and just lay down and let these teams do whatever they damn wanted to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that thought that the Chiefs wasn't going to win the AFC West, you're an idiot. Because you chose not to believe in the fact that Patrick Mahomes wasn't going to be him, if not better, and win a division.
Now, look.
Until he's in his final 2 years, dog, everybody can cancel the expectations, bro.
Look, this is the thing. Yes. Patrick Mahomes, the disrespect towards him is just, it's always going to be there. They disrespect him every year when they try to find the next best quarterback to be better than him, whether it be Josh Allen, Joe Burrows, Justin Herbert, whoever. And it's going to continue to be like that when the new crop of quarterback who comes in and has slightly some success for whatever team, they're going to point to that guy and say, he's better than Patrick Mahomes. They've been doing that since he's got here. And he's got through for 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards. They've been trying to find somebody better than him.
Absolutely.
So the disrespect is going to always go. But the disrespect is show to Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Come on, man. When he came to Kansas City, he was going to the playoffs with less. He had Alex Smith, Dwayne Bowe, and Jamal Charles. And a defense that was decent. And he still went to the playoffs with those teams. So you think,
it's just like, go ahead.
So you think with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, you get a Juju Smith-Schuster who's motivated because everybody's doubting him coming into the season. All Juju ain't nothing. All he care about is TikTok. He ain't been good since AB left. You got a motivated guy like that. You got a motivated MVS. You got a motivated defense with a Chris Jones. Everybody was down Chris Jones. Got people want to talk about they should trade Chris Jones. He don't get no sacks in the playoffs. He let us down in the AFC Championship game because he didn't sack Joe Burrows. He's coming in motivated.
Yeah.
Because every interview, that's all he talked about it on Sunday. When he talked to Rodney Harrison, he said, he was like, what's your motivation this year? He was like, well, in that AFC Championship game, I felt like I let the team down. So that's my motivation this year. I had to get better. So you think this team, with these dogs on here, because Patrick Mahomes is a dog. People don't understand. He is petty and he is a dog. Travis Kelce is a dog. Nick Bolton, a dog. Willie Gay, a dog. Like, come on, man. Y'all think that these guys will go come in, scorch the earth, hair on fire, ready to go? Exactly. Exactly. Without his top three. MVS was non-existent until the fourth quarter, and he made that one catch.
One. Yep.
It was a big catch, but it was one catch.
Yep.
He initially did it with Scott Moore, Justin Watson, and Travis Kelce, and Pacheco running the football.
Whoa. Jody Fortson got the party started, though.
And Jody Fortson got that catch, too.
He got the party started.
He did. And we can talk about that throw in a minute. But, it's just funny to me how the national media every year tries to find a team and say that team is the Buffalo Bills this year. They played us great. They played a great game game against us in the playoffs. They beat us this year. They beat us last year, and look what they're doing. They do it every year. They play us, they beat us, and then they sputter.
Yep. Every year.
Every year.
Yep.
And we're gonna see what they can do this year because their division got harder. See that they got that last year. Their division wasn't as hard. This year, their division is actually really good. You got a Jets team that we just talked about. They got a defense that can get after them, and they can play in the cold weather. That's the thing. That defense can travel in the cold weather.
Yep.
Now Miami, we still got to see if Tua and them can play in that cold weather and play in Buffalo and cold. We got to still see that part, but they can give them problems with that speed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So Buffalo is trending on the downward swing. So we don't know what Cincinnati we get. Like we all
they
know.
don't even need to be in the conversation, man.
They kind of struggled with the Steelers last week,
Bro, all their losses came in their division. Like,
yeah, they barely beat the Steelers last week.
I'm not.
So
if there's ever a team that I just despise wholeheartedly, it's the Bengals. So
it's not them, it's the fan base. It's really just the fan base. It's not the team, it's the fan base. Because I actually like Joe Burrows, and I actually like T. Higgins and
Burrow, all right, bro.
I like Mixon. I like Mixon, and I like Jamar Chase. I like the whole receiving core. I like the team, the players. It's the fan base.
Yeah.
It's that fan base who just think like because they beat us and they keep bringing it up every year because that was their Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can tell because they blew that Super Bowl. They blew it.
Exactly. They do have the hardest schedule down the stretch. Their schedule is vaunted. They still got division games. They still got to play Baltimore again. I think they play Buffalo this year. Like, they got a hard schedule. They definitely got a hard schedule.
And that's they just desserts too. They deserve all of that. So whatever. I'm happy for them.
So we're gonna see what they made of. We definitely gonna see what they made of. All right, Clarence. So you said you wanted to talk about that throw from Patrick Mahomes to Jody Fortson. I just want the people to see this throw. This throw was.
You're right. 2nd and 15 to start this quarter. Mahomes firing right side, tight coverage, but he got it in there to the tight end Fortson. Ball comes out as Fortson comes down, but he's going to be marked.
That was the thing. Let's see
right. 2nd and 15 to start this quarter. Mahomes firing right side, tight coverage, but he got it in there to the tight end.
That's what you call throwing your receiver open, boy.
I mean, in relation to where Jody is when that ball arrives, did you see once he turned around, the ball was right there on him? Like, you don't make that throw. There's not another quarterback in the league amongst that 32 that can make that throw right now. There's not one with enough stones to make that throw right now. I mean, we talk about all these top tier guys, your Josh Allens and your Joe Burrow and all these guys with these quote unquote big arms and can throw the ball, but 15 is different. And 15 is, I mean, you got Pat and then you have the field. Like there is no comparison to, you can't have a 1A and a 1B. It's not even close. It's not close.
It's not.
I mean, even if Buffalo were to get hot and win 3 of the next 4 and Josh throws for 300 yards in each of those games, people, it's still not close. It's still not close.
It's not.
That throw alone tells you the quarterback that you have on your team. That quarterback, bro, listen, you can take that on the road, you can take that at home, and it's still going to be the same outcome. He don't care where he at, bro. He don't care.
He don't.
He don't care.
He don't.
You know, you get some quarterbacks, and Josh Allen included, because last year they went to Tampa and was down in that first half and had to fight to get back in the football game. They had to fight to get back in it. You feel me? So don't I'm not trying to hear the propaganda about all of this extra that is irrelevant. Like, Pat is that dude. There was no separation on that pass. You do realize that, like, that DB was in Jody's pocket. There was no separation at all. The only reason why Pat knew he could get it in there was because the DB was not looking at him. You know what I'm saying? And he basically, I mean, so to speak, handed Jody the football because he put it right there in his hands with that tight coverage. No, listen, we can end this debate on who's this year's MVP, bro. It's not even close.
It's not.
It's not even close.
And I keep hearing this Skip Bayless argument with Jalen Hurts. Nah,
to hell with Skip Bayless, bro.
I don't want to hear it.
Nobody trusts Skip Bayless' eyes, bro. Man,
no. Well,
anybody that trusts Skip Bayless is a moron.
Skip Bayless loves hard, and the guys that he loves, he's always going to vouch for. This is the same dude who vouches for Baker Mayfield to this day.
Every day, yeah.
So I don't. Anybody who vouches for that dude and tells me that Patrick Mahomes isn't it, but you say this dude, their credibility is done with me. Get out of my face.
Yeah, Skip is a troll. Like,
get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, and they even just, I mean, we could take the easy route and say, okay, well, yeah, he was without his receivers. He still won the football game. Yeah, we could say that. Yeah, that was reality. But that throw, you have to look at that throw from every angle to see how great he truly is. You have to look at that throw. Then you'll have a bigger appreciation for him, bro.
Not only the throw, but the guts to throw it to a receiver that he don't tend to throw it to like that. Like, it's different. Like, it's different if that's Juju, he throws that to. It's different.
Or Cole.
If it's Cole, or even if it's MVS, because he's thrown those type of passes to MVS.
Yeah,
it's different if he throws it to one, and Travis, of course. If he throws it to any of the 4 guys, it's like, okay, that's on schedule. That's one of his top 4 pass catchers. But to throw to say, I'm going to throw this to Jody Fortson.
I want y'all to know I got that confidence in him.
I'm instilling confidence in my second, maybe even third tight end, because, Noah Gray and him, I don't.
He's third on the depth chart. Yeah,
he's third. I'm turning to my third string tight end, who basically is another blocker, because that's all they usually use him for, is blocking.
That's it. But he can ball, though.
He can go up.
Jody can ball, bro.
He can ball. I want
that slant on the first play. Yes, dog. Yes.
I want him to use him more like that.
Yes, dog. I've been waiting on it. Yes,
he's
bro.
Big and he can body dudes out.
I've been waiting on that, man. I've been waiting on them to get Jody involved in this offense. I've been waiting, dog.
I wanted him to throw more 50-50 balls to him, because he's a tight end, but he's still a receiver. He was a receiver first.
And every time Jody gets an opportunity, he makes the most of those opportunities. Like, very rarely do you see Jody drop a pass from Pat. I mean, can you think back to the last ball he's dropped?
No.
I mean, he's not getting a lot of opportunities, I understand, but the opportunities that he's getting, he's making the most of them opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, man, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Joe.
MVP Patrick is a thing, everybody. Y'all just need to deal with it, accept it.
It's his award to lose.
Yeah.
He would have to fall flat on his face the next few games for him to lose the MVP. Like he would have to just play bad.
Yes. He'd have to fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have.
Yeah.
They have.
You know, the thing I notice is the thing with Noah Gray, they use him primarily more for, you know, finding spots in the zone or running a speed out occasionally or, you know, a drag route. But when they want that slant or, you know, a 50-50 ball, it's Jody. You know what I mean? And I love they rolls. You dig what I'm saying? Like, man.
Yeah, they like to run Noah like those wheel routes up the seam routes.
Yeah.
You know, posts. You know what I'm saying? Like
and he can make those plays. He makes those plays.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because he's athletic. He's an athlete. He's I'm not saying he's Kelsey, but he's close.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
He's close to a Kelsey type.
Look at how he played at Duke. Like he was making them plays. He was making Travis plays. You know what I mean? Like they was having him run Travis type routes at Duke. You know that deep over route and you know that stutter shake route. That he was running all that at Duke.
Yeah. So
playbook was just thinner.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Now he's like, oh shit, what I'm supposed to do?
Phone book? This phone book you giving me.
They're just for one city? That's phone book for one city? Oh man. Real man. That playbook is crazy.
Got them heads spinning like, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
as soon as you sign, get that playbook and start.
It's gonna take you about a year to learn.
Yeah, for real.
That's why I be looking at people when they get mad at Sky Moore. I'm like, bro, give him a man. Like he learning this. He came from Western Michigan. He come from it ain't like he came from Alabama or Florida.
You know what I'm saying? Clemson,
Clemson. You know who probably run a more sophisticated offense or whatever. Man, these dudes is running. This man went to algebra from arithmetic, like
Chinese arithmetic.
Exactly.
For real.
Like, man, he like, really? This what I gotta do?
People wanted him to put up the most outstanding rookie type numbers. Like, we didn't need Scott to be that.
Not in the Andy Reid of it.
No.
You ain't gonna get that. The only time I would expect that is if we went up and got like a Jamison Williams, then I'm expecting that because you went up in the draft and went and got that dude.
Right.
That means you're telling me he's going to be one of our top receivers.
Yeah,
right?
We're gonna force feed him.
Yeah. If you went up and got him, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, you got one of them guys, then I expect that. If you got him in the second round, yes, a second round pick, you eventually want him to start or be a main contributor. But in his first year, he's not going to be a main contributor. It's too many.
You got to temper expectations, dog. Got to temper expectations. Putting too much on a rookie, man.
That's why I wasn't tripping. I knew that later in the season he was going to get his opportunities, and they were going to use him. And later in the season, and when the playoffs come, they were going to, finally get him the catches that he needs. You know what I'm saying? And he's shown that he could be a Julian Edelman type. The guy who worked that working the slot. You know what I'm saying? His footwork is crazy. I keep telling you. His footwork off the line of scrimmage is nasty. The work, that move that he put on Derwin James, oh man,
Lord have mercy.
You can't just that. Not everybody can do that.
You can't teach that. Yeah,
that's skill.
That's nasty, bro.
That's like Chad Ochocinco level of just footwork.
Yes, dog.
That footwork. Yeah, that's different. That can travel. That longevity in that,
absolutely,
absolutely. You can go a long career with footwork like that. Like that's nuts.
And he will, dog.
Yeah, he's gonna get better.
He's gonna be a star in like another 2 years, probably.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
You know who he can. You know who? Because everybody's floor will probably be Julian Edelman, but I would say his ceiling could probably be Jeremy Maclin, a healthy Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Healthy, because Jeremy Maclin had the same type of skills. His
Mhm,
footwork and his
mhm,
line, his route running
mhm.
was just nuts. Like
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
I could see him being a Jeremy Maclin type. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with
and
that.
Chiefs fans would sign up for that any day of the week.
Mhm,
We can get a
mhm,
healthy Jeremy Maclin and the Sky Moore.
mhm,
Sign me up.
mhm. Yep, for real, for real.
Now,
Absolutely.
we've asked this question a few times, Clarence, but things have
Mhm,
changed. Teams have dwindled, some have risen.
mhm.
Who is your biggest threat to the Kansas City Chiefs? When you go in the playoffs this year, and let's say we get the number 1 seed, get that bye week. What is the one team where you're like, I don't want to see them in Kansas City?
It's got to be the Ravens for me, bro. It's got to be the Ravens
Okay.
because what they do really, really well, and they play really sound, almost mistake-free football on their defensive side of the ball. They can't generate enough points, and part of that is losing a Rashad Bateman, who they thought was going to be the number one and the solution to that problem, that age-old problem that has been in Baltimore since Lamar has been the quarterback, where they don't throw enough.
Yeah.
But I believe that defense is good enough to slow down the Chiefs enough to make you think like, can they? You know what I mean? Like, can we get through this? Can we come out on the other side with a W? You know what I'm saying? It's that game. It would take a collective effort of, you know, Pacheco being on and being on fire, and McKinnon being locked all the way in, and hopefully we got a healthy Juju and Cole. It's gonna take everybody to put points on the board against them. They just don't give up points, bro. Even when they played Buffalo, they didn't give up a lot of points to Buffalo.
They do.
They
They
lost.
do.
They took the L, but they don't give up points. You know what I'm saying? And they playing with a lot of swagger because they got Marcus Peters back. They got Humphrey healthy. The rookie Hamilton was playing dope until he got hurt. I don't know what his status is after Sunday, but I know he got hurt Sunday.
Didn't Demarcus Robinson like 100 and some yards?
I think he did go over 100 Sunday, but it's a rare occasion for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to come into the postseason, like we've seen Lamar and them in the past against the Chiefs. You know, they for some odd reason they don't have an issue scoring when they play the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So like, if they defense is locked all the way in, like that's the team I'm worried about. I could give a damn about Buffalo. We've seen that. You know what I mean? Until Buffalo drop them, like Patrick Mahomes owns them in the postseason, owns them when it matters the most. And it's a psychological thing for the Buffalo Bills. I believe. I don't think they believe that they can come in here and do it.
And the thing about Buffalo to me is that this was the thing that I had a question about with Buffalo, and I think it's showing its head this year. Even though they struggled like this last year, the loss of Brian Daboll is showing his head.
Mm-hmm.
Play calling wise.
Absolutely.
And you're seeing this, and the reason why you're seeing a regression from Josh Allen is I think it's because of that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Ken Dorsey was the quarterback coach, and he was in the room, but it's different being the quarterback coach and being an OC and calling the plays.
Absolutely.
And
I totally agree.
And I don't want to hear nothing about everybody has injuries. We all got injuries.
Yeah.
We all got injuries. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's hurt. Everybody got a major injury. We got injuries too. So I don't want to hear that.
Yep.
I don't want to hear the argument. You still got Stephon Diggs.
Yep.
You still got Gabe Davis. You still got Singletary in the backfield that y'all never use. But when y'all do use him, he actually does pretty good.
Dawson Knox, the tight end.
You still got him.
The kid Gilliam. Yep. They like to use that kid Gilliam. What's the guy that stepped in for Jamison Crowder? He's a rookie. I can't remember his name.
What's his name? Khalil McKenzie, or someone?
McKenzie's been there. But this kid came. Shakur.
Yeah, Khalil Shakur. Yeah. He came from Boise State. Yeah.
So they got enough weapons to get it done. It's just something about them.
You still got Bond, Greg Russo. You got. I don't want to. Jordan Phillips. You still got. You got guys over there. Like,
Poirier still back there healthy.
He still got Poirier. You got Tremont Evans. You still got guys over there. I don't want to hear it. But I just think Buffalo, I don't think they're better than what they were last year.
No. I don't think so. I think everything has just been status quo with them. Like they the same team from last year. Like you didn't see any improvements. Like Von Miller coming in there didn't change them that much from who they were last year. Just added another pass rusher.
I
think he happens to be a damn good one, but
I think they're front runners. Like if they're not winning like by 30 or 40, like they lose tight games.
Yeah. Mark on one tonight, dog. He's laying him out there, boy. I'm loving it, bro. Keep him coming, boy.
Talking about the L's. That's what I'm talking about.
Bills.
I'm saying, like I think they're front running. Like if they're not winning by 20, 30 points, man.
Absolutely.
When it gets tight, I don't know. Josh Allen, he kind of gets tight himself.
Case in point, go back and look at that Jets game.
Yeah, he gets tight.
It's a 3-point ball game.
If the Packers had a little bit better personnel, if Christian Watson played like he played against Dallas, they lose.
Yeah, they do.
They lose.
Yep.
They saw it happen even in the Cleveland game. They was close in that. Now he pulled it out because Cleveland laid an egg in the second half. But this is like I don't know. I don't see what people see in Buffalo. In the beginning, it looked cute in the beginning of the season, but now teams are starting to figure that thing out a little bit.
I mean, people are high on Buffalo because they had that long history. And then it was that huge drop-off from the Bills where the Bills couldn't even win their division, let alone get a wild card into the postseason. So, they got a guy that can compete. He just happened to come along at the wrong time, in my opinion. It's just the wrong time for him. You know what I mean? Like, if 15 wasn't here, Josh Allen would be undoubtedly the best quarterback in the conference.
Yeah, most
you know what I mean? He just his parents just picked the wrong time to make a baby. Sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean?
He picked the wrong time to make a baby.
Hey, it's true. Like, he's not going to be better than Pat for a long time. Justin Herbert will not be better than Pat for a long time.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I knew you was talking about.
I'm sorry, man.
They are kind of the same player.
I'm sorry.
Only one's got a weird arm release to how he throw the football.
Still throwing them game-ending picks, baby. Woo!
Yeah. It's buddy. Some things never change. Some things never change. You better know it, boy.
Now, okay, you said the Ravens, and I hear you on the Ravens because the one thing the Ravens can do is make it ugly, like the Tennessee Titans does. They make it ugly. They can make it ugly. It's all on the Chiefs now because I feel like like I said the other day, I feel like the Chiefs always play in the hands of the Tennessee Titans. They play right into the hands of them because when Andy Reid tries to run the football a few times and it don't work, he goes away from it. And the Tennessee Titans, and they love that. Oh, this is what we want. You know what I'm saying? If he would just stick with it and but be more creative with his runs when he plays against the Tennessee Titans, not just the basic handoff up the middle. Like you're playing right to him. Jeffrey Simmons is right here. Let's stretch it out. Like hit the edges, man. Like come on, man. Like I just and the same thing can happen with the Ravens. Like if we got to run. If we're not successful running the football, I'm not saying we can't win that game, but it's gonna it's gonna be ugly.
And he Pat would be going up against something that he'd probably be salivating at the mouth for, because Marcus still like to gamble. He still bite on double moves. You know what I'm saying? Like Humphrey, if you are physical with Humphrey, you can win against him. You just got to be physical against 44. Yeah. 44 loves physicality. So I'm talking, that would be a Jody Fortune kind of dream matchup, or Juju. Juju against Humphrey. Juju know Humphrey like the back of his hand playing in Pittsburgh all them years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the matchup. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I mean, they got Roquan Smith now. Highly intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Hamilton, like I said, bringing him down in the box, let him try to match up against Travis. They love to be physical. In Baltimore, that's they staple, dog. Like, that's the one team. I had to pick one in AFC.
Because the one thing about teams that get physical with us is how much do the refs let them play, especially with Travis.
Absolutely. Yep.
Because you notice with the teams that give us most troubles is not that Travis is not getting open, it's the fact that they're letting them be more physical with him beyond the line, beyond the 5 yards. Like, are the referees going to hold their whistle when you see them pulling, holding, throwing them to the ground, pushing him before he can get his cutoff? If they're letting them do that, then it's it gets a little dicey, because now, not to say that Patrick can't, because we've seen it, but now it's on the Jujus, the Mikols, the Kadarius Tonys, the Sky Moores to get open.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
And it's on that offensive line. The offensive line can't hold up, and that's really where it comes in at. If you let Justin Houston and anybody else on that defensive line, JPP, they got the kid that they drafted from Michigan. What's his name?
Yep. I can't pronounce it. Ajabe.
Yeah, they got him back.
And Odafe from Penn State last year.
That's what I'm saying. You got that pass rush coming in, and they giving the offensive line trouble. That's going to be another. Now, if the offensive line can hold up and give Pat some seconds or whatever, then we Gucci. Then Juju can get open. Then Miko can get open. Then, you know what I'm saying, Kadarius can get open. Sky can get open. Justin Watson. So et cetera, et cetera. But if that offensive line is giving up, you can forget about it.
It's going to be a long day. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm here with the if I were to say a team, I hate to say this because, like I said, I can't stand their fan base, but I just feel like they got the offensive weapons to hang with us. The Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals, only because of their offensive weapons. If they're healthy, if Jamar Chase is healthy, T. Higgins is healthy, Mixon is healthy, I feel like offensively they can make it a shootout if they need to make it a shootout.
Yeah.
Now this defense, our defense has gotten 10 times better, and I don't think they could just like throw all over us. But
right.
I do think that there's a possibility with these young corners they could possibly try to get a couple big plays off of us. Maybe not on Trent McDuffie, but maybe on Joshua Williams and Jalen Watson. So that'll be a team that I would say is the biggest threat. Now, in my mind, I think we could beat all these teams. I'm not scared of them, but I'm saying biggest threat wise, that's the team I say because now a year later they've been through it. But
they gotta win. They gotta win the North, bro.
They do. I agree with you. They do got to beat teams in their division.
I don't know if they're getting out that North as the number one.
If they beat the Baltimore Ravens in the next round up, then I'll start really being like, y'all watch out for the
they would have split. That means they split with the Ravens. So, which I don't necessarily know. We're gonna find out, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
Most definitely. Now, somebody's is having a great season on that defensive line of ours, and that's Chris Jones. And I talked about Chris Jones earlier, And dude is balled out this season, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's fifth in sacks this season. He's getting mad pressures this season. Hold on. The Dolphins, I think, will show out in the first round no matter who they play, but will catch up with them in the second round. I agree with that, Mark. No, I agree with that. But Chris Jones is having a great season. He's probably having his best season ever. Like, to me, he's having even better than his other best season where he had I think he had 15 sacks this year.
Yeah, it was something close to that. Yeah,
13 to 15
I
sacks.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this year he's going to succeed. I wouldn't be surprised if he get like 17 sacks this year. If he keeps playing like he's playing, I think he can get close to that 17 to 18 mark. So we got Brett Veach has some decisions this offseason. We're going to talk about a few other players, but Brett Veach has some big decisions. And Chris Jones is at the top of the list of that big decision in the offseason. Because next year, his cap hit goes up to $27 million. So Veach, I'm pretty for sure, and none of that's his base salary because all his guarantee money is done. So they could save $20 million if they trade him and try to get some picks for him.
Right.
But you run into the problem of this. Do you trade your best player on your defensive line and roll the dice and try to go get somebody else?
No, you don't. Because you got staples on the offense that, without a doubt, the fan base would go crazy if Pat or Travis left, right? Okay, so you have to give that same love to the defense, and you can't just plug anybody in at certain positions. Like it's not a lot of people that can do what Chris Jones does. You know what I'm saying? So you have to re-sign Chris Jones. You have to.
Yeah.
And if Orlando Brown get brought up, tell him, listen, bro, you got to play on that franchise tag, man. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Either franchise
you had a slow start, or moving the right tackle and draft you a left tackle.
Franchise tag him, and if he tripping, you trade his ass and go get a left tackle somewhere else. You might have to start a rookie on that side, brother.
Absolutely.
You might have to start a rookie on that side. But I'm with you. I say re-sign or extend Chris Jones, get him, with a new contract, get that cap hit down, and make him a Kansas City Chief for most of his career. Because good interior defensive lines that can rush the passer, that don't grow on trees, bro.
No, it doesn't.
They don't grow on trees. Defensive ends, they don't grow on trees either, but you can find a top-level defensive end in the draft more so than a defensive tackle who can rush the passer. Like I said, those don't grow on trees. There's very few of them out there. It's Aaron Donald, it's Chris Jones, maybe DeForest Buckner, and maybe, that's it. The Grady Jarrett over at
Grady Jarrett and the Falcons.
Yeah. What's up, Ty?
What's up?
Friend of the show. But yeah, I say extend Chris Jones and bring it back. Now, another player I feel like we need to extend is L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh, that goes without question.
Sneed has been having a great season. Other than the Jacksonville game, and I just feel like he was hurt. He was playing hurt. His knee wasn't right, and he got caught with a couple double moves, boom. But other than that, L'Jarius Sneed's been having a great season.
Yeah,
he's been
they go without question.
He's taken over I believe he's taken over the Tyrann Mathieu role.
Yeah.
Where they use him everywhere. They move him around. You know what I'm saying? They send him on blitz. They did the same thing with Tyrann Mathieu. They let him be, in the backfield, kind of like the extra safety. Like they move him around. They move him outside. They move him in the slot. Like he's definitely needs to come back next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that go without question.
Yeah, I'm all for L'Jarius Sneed coming back and being a. Dana has stepped up. Shana has also. Yeah, they have. Most definitely. Another player in the offseason that I feel like we should sign. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen. This one's a little trickier. Juju Smith-Schuster. Now, Juju is still on pace. If he comes back next week and he stays healthy for the rest of the season, he's on pace to get 1,000 yards. I feel like because I don't think Juju, like, yes, Juju's going to be the best receiver in the free agent market. And his agent's probably looking at him like, look, bro, you can get paid this offseason. But from what I'm hearing from, people, they say Juju's he's not as money hungry as most receivers are.
Right.
Because he has so many endorsements and things like that.
Yeah.
That he might take a little bit, and he's expressed, I want to stay in Kansas City. I want to play with Patrick Mahomes. And why wouldn't you want to keep that rapport? You're building a rapport with the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Why would you want to go? Yeah, most definitely. Why would you want to go to another situation that's probably not going to be as good unless he goes to I don't know, the Buffalo Bills maybe, or maybe he goes somewhere else with a good quarterback.
He would end up going somewhere that would need a true number one and got the cap to afford it, which, I mean, it's all a regression. You know what I mean? Like, I think Juju stays. I don't think the money even comes into question. I think Juju stays.
Because Juju's not, because a lot of people argue, oh, he's TikTok and all that stuff. I just think that's the youth in him. I just think that he's young, but I don't think Juju is like a flashy dude. Like, I got to live in the sun with the beaches and all that stuff.
Right.
Like he was in Pittsburgh and he went back for another year. Like, I think he likes that Midwestern family oriented because he comes from a family type atmosphere with his people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he would be inclined to not have to run up the price on the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
I think he would be like, I'll play with Patrick Mahomes at a slight little discount.
Yep.
I ain't trying to break the bank. Just, don't try to lowball me like to the lowest, but we can compromise. We can meet at the middle somewhere. So I'm all for bringing back Juju, man, because you got that number one guy coming back next year with a Sky Moore, a Kadarius Toney, and whoever else they bring in. Still got MVS, who it's up in the air if they bring him back or not. You know what I'm saying? Because they could cut him and save some money. But I'm saying that you definitely want to bring Juju back because you got somebody with Travis who has continuity with Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
And Juju's second year in the offense, now he don't have to think as much. Now he could just go. And now they can, implement other, things in offense with him.
Right.
And open up that playbook a little bit more for him. I'm convinced Reed has yet to get in his bag with these receivers, and now he knows Pacheco is on the rise. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Pacheco is definitely on the rise. Now, this has been a subject matter been brought up. I saw Kingdom Cast talked about it yesterday.
Oh, man.
Listen to me. Hold on. It's been a subject matter, and it was brought up on Kingdom Cast, and the majority said Travis Kelce is the best tight end ever. They said he's the best ever. And look, I'm just going to put some numbers out there real quick.
I don't need to hear the numbers, bro.
He's top 5. He's top 5 in receiving yards. And he's going, and probably like, if not next game, the game after that, he's going to pass Shannon Sharp and be number 4 on that list. Now, I believe if he has another season, he can possibly pass Antonio Gates next season if he continues on this run. Look. Because you over there looking away from the camera, man.
Because, I mean, there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, he's the best.
You think he's the best?
Come on, dog.
I think he's the best, too. I've come over.
Come on,
It took me a minute, but I came over. He is the best.
It's not even an option.
He has the most 100-yard receiving games ever as a tight end.
It's not even close.
He has the most 1,000 yards back to back seasons. And he's on a trajectory to have a career like Tony Gonzalez. Because Tony was still productive.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not even an issue. It's not even a question.
Why you skipping the part, Mark? Don't be scared now. You're already talking loud and pumping your chest on all the other subject matters. Say it with your chest, boy.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's
He's
true.
a QB at tight end. He's definitely that. That's what he is. That's what he
But he's
is.
still the greatest.
He's
He's
the
still the
greatest.
greatest of all time.
He's the greatest, man. No, I think Mark is saying because his mind, his IQ, he could.
Mm.
He knows he's probably the smartest tight end ever.
Yeah. Oh,
IQ,
yeah.
his football IQ. Look, I love Tony. I love Tony Gonzalez, and he is always going to be a staple in Kansas City Chiefs history. And you can give me on the argument that in Kansas City he never had the quarterback like a Patrick Mahomes, and he was in a lot of run centric offenses. But I just feel like Travis is on another level. I do.
Yeah.
I just think Travis.
Next. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got no debate to that, bro. Like, Travis is it.
Well, all right, man. Let's get into this game, man. Key components to the game: Chiefs, Rams, Sunday. Now they coming in limpid. No Cooper Kupp, maybe no Matthew Stafford because he came out with a concussion, so we might be seeing what's his name, Bryce Perkins,
Yeah,
whatever.
Bryce Perkins or John Walford.
One of them two. So I'm sorry, Rams fan, if you're watching this. This is a game we should win.
Well, they still got Vance Jefferson and Tutu Atwell. You know what I mean? They still got some burners on the outside. It's just who's going to be a quarterback to get them the football, but they still got some. They still got some players. Cam Akers is back in the fold. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a couple weapons. Allen Robinson, I think he's still up.
Yeah, keep the running game going. I agree.
Yep.
But on offense, Clarence, what would you say we need to do to win this game?
Mark just said it.
Run the football. Okay.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You see the difference in how this offense looks with a running game. Something I've been saying. So hopefully they listen. I'm glad if they didn't listen, they came to that grand epiphany. Yeah, run that football, especially against the Rams when the Rams are weak right now.
Yeah,
you know?
You can run the football on the Rams though, because one thing about Aaron Donald is we never question Aaron Donald. He's always going to be all-time great. He's going to be a Hall of Famer one day. But he could be accepted to the run because he wants to go after the sack, so you can use that aggressiveness against him. So definitely, I feel like you run the football down their throat, hit that play action pass. Travis Kelce can do some damage. I'm pretty for sure they're going to put Jalen Ramsey on Travis Kelce. I can see that. They're going to put Jalen Ramsey on him. If Juju's up, then Juju should have a lot of opportunities in this game. I could see maybe they possibly get Sky Moore and Justin Watson some more opportunities. How they played last week. Yeah. Experiment Watson, Moore, Gray. And if Kadarius Toney's, the hamstring isn't as bad, you try to get him some touches, use that speed, jet sweeps, screens, things of that nature. So I could see them, the running game being efficient and Pacheco giving us a good 80 to maybe even 100 yards. If he gives us 100, we definitely going to win this game. If he gives us a 100-yard game, then we're definitely. But if he even gives us 80, we're winning this game. And I just feel like, offensively, we shouldn't have no problems. If Andy stays balanced, we shouldn't have no problems. Now, on defense, what do you think the keys on defense?
I mean, that front, getting home, getting pressure, getting sacks. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That let Nick Bolton and Willie Gay do their thing, and they'll be solid. This is not one of them games where you got to worry about a guy back there with confidence. You talking about a quarterback that's coming in the Arrowhead. That's intimidating within itself. Like our first and second levels on defense will be the biggest keys to this game in this week. So, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Constant pressure, like Mark said. Chris Jones, have a Chris Jones game. Hopefully we get a George Karlaftis sack. You know what I'm saying? Preston Nation, it's a sack. You know what I'm saying?
Straight out. Yeah.
Mike Dana continue to do what he's doing. Frank Clark, Dunlap. Hopefully they can put pressure on these backup quarterbacks and, you know, possibly get them to throw some picks, you know, fumble the football. You know, they're probably going to run the football. You're going to see a lot of Cam Newton.
Yeah.
They're going to protect those backups, and they're going to run the football with Cam Akers. And if we could just stop the run, stack 8 in the box, because you're not scared. You're not really scared of these quarterbacks because you don't really know what they bring, but definitely bring pressure.
And don't get sloppy on the back end dealing with Vance, Jefferson, and Tutu.
Yeah.
Like I said, they do got burners. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Especially Tutu. Sheesh.
And
speed.
Yeah, he was that dude. Was it Louisville? He came from Louisville, right?
Was that Louisville? I can't remember. I have to look it up.
Yeah,
but I know he played quarterback in high school.
Yeah,
he was dope. Yeah,
I agree. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, straight out.
So, what is one of your key matchups?
Aaron Donald and Tooney. That one.
Okay. Yeah, definitely got to watch it. Still got to watch out for Aaron Donald as far as the pass rush. Definitely can't forget.
He's still a grown man.
He's still a grown man. He may not be having the season that he had last year, but still got to.
That's because everything around him is booty, but
yeah, it is. It's trash. Yeah. It's trash, but still, you got to account for him. You still got to account for him. My matchup is going to be Jalen Ramsey versus Travis Kelce because that's what they're going to do. They're going to because Jalen Ramsey does better against bigger guys. When you put little dudes on him, that's when he gets smoked. That's where he has problems in him. Smaller, shiftier guys. But when he goes against bigger corners, and they're going to probably use him the same way Chargers use Darwin James, where they're going to try to get him to get hands on Travis Kelce, stop him at the line of scrimmage, and they're gonna let the other corners, go on Juju and Sky Moore, whoever's out there. But they're gonna put Jalen Ramsey assignment is going to be Travis Kelce. So that's gonna be the matchup. If Travis Kelce is out there winning matchups, we ain't got no problems. If Travis Kelce goes for 6 to 7, 8 catches and 100 and some yards and a couple of tugs, this game is in the bag. And we're in the fourth quarter.
It's in the bag. I think as long as his running game dominates, he can have another game like he had against the Raiders and it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Where he had, 5, 6 catches, but he had 3, 4 touchdowns that game against the Raiders. What was that stat line? It was something where his yards were real low. But I think this running game is more beneficial this week than trying to test that matchup with Jalen. Because they do, they do got some decent corners back there. Safeties may be a little bit of a liability with Rapp because I think he's best suited to play more against the run, but that secondary is pretty decent, dog.
Yeah. I agree. Well, this is the part of the show that you hate the most. Score prediction time, man.
I got 37-14.
I got 38-17. Well, 38-17. I think I just think this is a game we should win.
Yeah.
There should be no reason why we in the fourth quarter stressing.
Yeah. No, not this week.
Like in the fourth quarter, Pat and the offense should be sitting on drinking Gatorade, laughing, joking, doing that. Getting rested up.
The schedule makers, the schedule makers probably thought, Stafford was going to be up and Cooper Kupp, and there was a possibility Odell was going to be there with Allen Robinson. Oh, this has the makings of a great football game, but nah, not this year.
Yeah, fourth quarter, they resting, they laughing, they joking. They getting ready. They on to Cincinnati, baby. When we talk about the real game.
Yeah.
And we got some clips for you Cincinnati fans out there. Can you wait till next week?
Hey, y'all do y'all due diligence and tell them to tap in next week.
I want them all to come watch the show, and I want all that venom. I'm tagging them all. I'm tagging them all.
Yeah.
I'm tagging them all. I want them all to come.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty next week, so y'all better buckle up because
31,
I'm gonna be on one.
Oh man, I'm ready. Fully loaded clip. I might bring some more extra ammunition. I might have to call up some country, get tie up in here. Like we might have a full board up in this mud. You know,
it needs to go down.
Call Boogie, call them out. Shooting at these boys. I'm gonna be ready. Oh, I can't wait for that game. Oh, I can't wait. Don't get me started on them damn Bengals and they fan base. And that stupid ring that what's
ugly ass ring
keeps showing off on man.
Wait, I'm gonna find that ring. I'm gonna make it as my profile pic. So if anybody got a picture of that ugly ass ring,
it's going to be a Clarence rant next week. You trust me. It's going to be a Clarence rant next week. It might be a Cris and Clarence rant next week.
Yeah. It's not gonna be for the faint of heart.
It might be tag team back again.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I can't stand them boys.
It's on and popping.
They want this to be a rivalry so bad.
Yeah.
They want to be on the Chiefs level so bad. And I mean, it's just that simple. We're Global Gym and they're average Joes. At Global Gym, we're better than you, and we know it.
Hold on. Average
get over yourself.
Average Joes actually won.
Yeah, they won at the end. But this I'm throwing it out there. We better and we know it.
I see the play on words that you did. I saw what you did there. Think clever. I see you. I saw that. Hell yeah. Get on in this time.
For real, dog. Yeah, it's gotta be ugly next week, bro. I hate the Bengals. I hate their ugly ass rings. I hate their uniforms. I hate that ugly ass, cheap ass stadium they got. Hate everything they stand for. That damn chili that they make where they put spaghetti noodles in it. Some of the weirdest shit I ever heard in my life.
Who they do that?
Cincinnati's world famous chili that they put noodles in. Yeah, that's fucking spaghetti, you morons. That ain't no damn chili. Yeah, man. Just some weirdos, bro.
That's disgusting.
But I digress.
We'll say that for next week.
Yeah.
Well, Clarence, I feel like we done a good job today. Great episode.
I agree.
You know, so we can go ahead and land this thing, brother.
Let's do it.
If you are a new listener of the Arrowhead Chief podcast and you want to just listen to the audio, you want to just listen to the audio of, in your car, you're working out, you're at work, wherever you like to listen to your podcast, you can find us on every streaming platform that's available to you, whether it be Stitcher, Breaker, Anchor, Apple, Google, Spotify. You can find Arrowhead Chief podcast there, baby. Hey, hold on. The chili that good? So you can find us on all streaming platforms that's available to you. And follow us on all social media platforms, man. You see that right there? That @HAH Chief podcast. You can find that on all streaming platforms, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We got a TikTok page. Go ahead and follow us on that. Get all our latest content. Right on, Charles. Thanks for watching, brother. But definitely follow us on all social media platforms and hit the like button, hit the notification button if you're on YouTube, man. So when we do these lives and you free and you free or you have the opportunity to watch these lives, you can get in on the chats. You can talk to us directly. You can give us feedback. You know what I'm saying? And
for real.
and you can hit us up on our social media too and give us critiques, holla at us.
Absolutely.
Because you know what? What's our motto?
Because we not Hollywood. We damn sure ain't from no whack ass Cincinnati. Ugly ass uniform. Ugly ass stadium. Ugly ass just ugly ass chili on noodles. Y'all ugly. Booty asses.
What Clarence
Oh, it's
said.
finna go down this week. It's finna go down this week.
What Clarence said. Yeah.
Y'all can tag me in all the petty shit y'all want to hear. Y'all tag me in all of it. It's going down next week, buddy.
We might have to do a spaces and invite them in. But anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely going down.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we're not Hollywood. But talk to us normal, baby. Talk to us normal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You ain't gonna like that one, Clarence. You ain't gonna like
what?
that they want to say. But
I've been over here the past 20-something years. Hell.
Yeah, like that they want to say. Yeah, like that.
You're big trolling. Say that for the Bengals.
But anyway, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Hope y'all chill with y'all family, man. Get to see, get all the food, eat all the stuff.
Don't eat too much and end up getting backed up on that toilet and make your legs fall asleep now. Y'all better pace yourself. Pace yourself now.
Getting heartburn. Take some Tums before you eat.
Yeah.
If you got heartburn or acid,
drink some water. Yeah, drink some water. Flush it out.
Flush it out. Like don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You don't want to be at the
stuck
table.
on the toilet. My leg done fell asleep.
You don't want to be at the table. Don't get no fights with your family members. That cousin that always got to come at the whatever. And yeah, I understand.
Nephew,
that uncle or that auntie that always got to say something to you. You know, don't flash off. Walk away. Just walk away.
Straight out.
Walk away. Don't let them ruin your Thanksgiving. It's all about you having a great Thanksgiving. So hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving and the rest of your week. We out.
We out. Peace.